Coming up on First at 4, Attorney General Daniel Cameron urges President Biden to classify fentanyl as a weapon of mass destruction. And Russia is taking steps to annex parts of Ukraine. We'll take a look at how the Biden administration is responding to that.
Beautiful day for a festival in downtown London. Will this continue into the weekend? Latest details coming up as Mountain News First at 4 starts right now.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News First at 4.
Good afternoon, I'm Steve Hensley. First at 4, Attorney General Daniel Cameron has joined a coalition urging President Biden to classify fentanyl as a weapon of mass destruction. The move would require the Department of Homeland Security and the Drug Enforcement Agency to coordinate a response. Right now, it's classified as a narcotics control problem. Perry County Sheriff Joe Ingalls says they need more help in their fight against fentanyl.
Right now, it's the number one thing in our county and this region, and across the nation and the state and the nation that's causing most of the deaths when it's drug related. It's fentanyl.
In 2020, fentanyl was found in more than 70% of overdose deaths in Kentucky. We'll have more on the problem tonight at 6.
An absolutely gorgeous day for a festival here in downtown London. Beautiful sunshine here at the World Chicken Festival, and still plenty more to go, even though we're watching a few clouds sneak into the area. Not just here, but around the region as well. A look now from our camera at Buffalo Mountain in southern Perry County. Reading 70 degrees. It's absolutely gorgeous outside. Plenty of sunshine, even with those few clouds. And just down the road from us here at London Corbin Airport, you see a few of those clouds moving in. Temperatures in the mid-60s. Wind calm, but we have had a few cooling breezes. It is warm in the sun. Notice that dew point, though, 43. Very little in the way of moisture in the air. Lows this morning, it got chilly. Look at Jonesville, 39, 41 this morning in Wise, and many of us in the low to mid-40s this morning, as fall really has fallen in the last 24 hours. Outside right now, upper 60s to near 70. It is absolutely gorgeous and not a raindrop in sight. We will continue to see beautiful conditions as we head through tonight. There's that loop of satellite and radar. We're clear right now, or at least we're dry right now, but noticing some of those clouds working in. So keep that First Alert weather app handy. You look it up, you'll see we're down into the low 60s tonight, eventually into the mid-50s, and waking up in the morning in the mid-50s. Details coming up on how long this nice weather looks to last in just a few minutes. Steve?
All right, Evan, thank you very much. Well, the 32nd World Chicken Festival is bringing in folks from around the globe to downtown London, and the weather, as you just saw, could not be much nicer this year. WYMT's Olivia Calfee is enjoying the festival, I believe, for the first time, and joins us now live with more. Olivia.
Thanks, Steve. Yes, this is my first time here at the festival, and man, I've been having fun. There have been so many people just enjoying all the fun games for the kids, the vendors, the live music, and of course, all of that chicken. Today, I spoke with one of the founders at the festival today, and he told me that people have traveled from around the world just to be here.
Well, there's a lot of unique experiences. You see people, obviously, from across the ocean to around the United States, and it's a great attraction. It brings in a lot of people. It brings in a lot of revenue to Kentucky, this whole area of Kentucky.
There have been thousands of people here at the festival today. There still are thousands of people here, and there really is something for everyone. But I'm live in London.
All right, Olivia, thank you very much. Couldn't ask for any better weather. You never know what it's going to be for Chicken Festival. It's been really hot. It's been cool, but today's just about perfect. The festival continues through Sunday. The Gin Blossoms are the music headliners tonight at 9 o'clock. Tracy Lawrence is in concert on Saturday night. Russia is taking steps to try and solidify the territory it has captured in Ukraine, but the U.S. is pushing back, saying attempts to annex any parts of Ukraine are illegal and a sham. CBS's Deborah Alfarone has more from the White House.
Voting is underway in Russian-controlled areas of Ukraine on a referendum to join Russia. The separatist leader in Donetsk cast his vote in front of cameras. We are returning home, he says. We are returning to mighty Russia. The referendums are illegal under international law, and the U.S. has called them a sham, saying the outcome of the vote to annex Ukrainian land is predetermined.
When that's complete, we can expect President Putin will claim any Ukrainian effort to liberate this land as an attack on so-called Russian territory.
Russian President Vladimir Putin vowed this week to use all weapon systems available if his territory is attacked. The Biden administration has warned Russia publicly and privately against the use of nuclear weapons as Putin struggles to turn the tide in the war in Ukraine. The Kremlin announced this week it is mobilizing up to 300,000 new soldiers.
What's not clear is whether or not it could significantly address the command and control, the logistics, the sustainment, and importantly, the morale issues that we've seen Russian forces in Ukraine experience.
The news was met with anti-war demonstrations in Russia. Police arrested more than 1,000 protesters. Thousands more decided to flee the country rather than be called up.
Not really lots of Russian people want to fight and want to be mobilized and want to go to the army.
Moscow denies there is a large-scale exodus, but there are traffic jams at border checkpoints. Deborah Alfarone, CBS News, the White House.
Russian officials say the country has lost an estimated 6,000 soldiers, but the U.S. military estimates that number is close to 80,000. Iran's hardline regime is facing one of the largest outbreaks of civil unrest in years after a young woman died in police custody, detained because authorities did not like how she was dressed. Despite a harsh government crackdown and internet blockages, public hostility toward the government has only spread and intensified. Iranian media report at least 17 people have died in the unrest. It began last week when Mahsa Amini, who was only 22, was arrested for reportedly not conforming to the country's Islamic dress code. Her mysterious death 3 days later has now ignited angry demonstrations in dozens of places. Hong Kong's government announced it is ending a controversial measure aimed at stemming the spread of COVID-19. Beginning on Monday, the city will scrap its COVID-19 hotel quarantine policy for new arrivals. Instead, people flying into Hong Kong will need to monitor themselves. Hong Kong residents and businesses have been critical of the strict COVID rules, saying it threatens the city's competitiveness and standing as a global financial center. Coming up on First at 4, Hurricane Fiona continues to make its way northward as it now heads for parts of Canada.
Plus, no hurricane conditions here, but some rain possible as we head through the weekend. Those details coming right up.